Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our today's session. As always, my name is Mhindo Samuel and I'm very happy to be with you today. It has been a while without meeting. Now we thank God that today we have managed it. So today we are going to look at a topic where we will talk about something called a remote desktop. When we talk of a remote desktop, this is a virtual computer that you can either host on a server or on a cloud server, and then you can access it from anywhere you are. So this one is commonly used by those big companies that are having branches where they install their software or the system that they always use, so that every branch can be able to access that system and then work from anywhere they are. So that's what we call a remote desktop. So here we are trying to see how it all works. How does this remote desktop works? So let us assume here, as you are seeing, we have illustration here. We have this is a branch from Fort Portal. This is a computer of a branch from Fort Portal. This one is a computer of a branch from Kampala. Then on top here, now we have a remote desktop which is hosted on a server. So an accountant from Fort Portal branch can access this remote desktop and use the files on that desktop. Then also this one from Kampala can as well access the remote desktop and use those files or those systems. So that's how the remote desktop works. So now, how do you connect to the remote desktop? So we use what we call the remote desktop protocol. This app or application help you now to connect to the remote desktop, and you can access it from wherever you are. Let us assume you are in Uganda here, someone is in Kenya, but you can as well access that remote and work on the same computer. So that's how it's very useful. So in most cases, these big companies which are having branches and they are having accountants who always use a computerized system to manage their books of accounts, so they always utilize this system or this machine to make sure that they keep in touch or they keep their records in one session. So we are going to look at this thing now practically and how it works. So our computer here, this is our desktop computer, our laptop now that we are using. The one I have been talking about, which is now the remote desktop protocol, it is this application here. So this application now help you to connect to the server where your virtual machine or your remote desktop is hosted. So we are coming here, we shall open, you right click on it, then we connect. So when you connect, we'll wait for some minutes, then it will ask for us the password. So already the username is there, so they want us to put here the password so that we can be able to access our remote desktop, because for us we are already having the remote desktop. So I'm going to enter here the password so that we can access our remote desktop. I'm going to enter passwords here. Then after entering the password, just come and click on connect. So it will take like 10 seconds, then it will connect to our remote desktop. Then we will be able to access it and work on it. So as per now, you can see now this is our remote desktop. We had already installed there the QuickBooks, and it's the very system that we are going to use as an example in this lesson. So this is our remote desktop. Now this one in the background is now our laptop that we are using. So when we come inside here, we are now working on a remote desktop. When we are outside here, we are working on a local local computer, or the computer which we are using. So as we are on our remote desktop now is here, we are going to launch now a QuickBooks application here. So we come and open our QuickBooks. So wait for it to open. This is the system that we are going to use in this lesson. So it will always bring this notification. Just cancel it. You select yes. Then here also the QuickBooks is also having the login, so you have to also enter all those credentials. It may be having like 1, 2 or more than 3 users, so you have to put there the password and the username. So the username I'm using here is now Sam. Then I'm going to enter there now the password for that username on our system, which is our computerized system, which is the QuickBooks. So we enter there the password. Then after entering the password, I will just come and select OK. After selecting OK, then it will open our QuickBooks. Then you can be able to access all the system and we can work on the go. So wherever you are, you can as well access it, whether you are in your office, whether you are at home, whether you are in Kenya, whether you are in which country, provided you are having internet on your computer, you can be able to access your remote desktop and work on it. So our system is now open. So now here we have, this is our first login. So now we are going to open now another computer which will also connect to our remote desktop. Let us assume this is our first computer. I think we can even see its IP address on the title bar here, so we can extend it here. We come and again open this remote desktop protocol of ours. Then it will again ask for the password, but remember now this user is already open. It's the one that is here, it's already open. So we are going to now use another user. So we come here on more choice, then we use a different user account. Then you can enter there the second user which we are going to use, and our second user is should be 2023. That is our second user. Then we are going to enter here the password of that user, which is entering the password. Then after entering the password, we can come here and connect. Wait for it to connect to our remote desktop. So it has also connected. So now this is our second user. I think you can see it here. Let me first close this one so that you can see it very clearly. So now we are now having these two computers that are connected. So let us assume this is a user from one branch. Also this one's a user from another branch, but you can as well connect to a remote desktop and work at the same time. So this user here is already having a QuickBooks system open, so we are also going to open the same system on this user here. So we come and open it here. We wait for it to open. It will still bring that notification. You cancel it here, you select yes. After, then it will ask for the user that we are going to log to in our system. But remember, this user here is already open. Samuel is already open on this branch, because this branch also opened in the user as Samuel. That means here we have to use another user. We cannot use the same user in the system. So we are going to change here. We can use the admin user. Then you come and put here the password. Then we, so already our admin is open here. So now we are having two computers which are connected now to our remote user. So we have this one here. You can see the IP address. Then there is also another IP address here. So let us assume this one on the left is the branch from Fort Portal. Then this one on the right is the branch from Kampala. So let us assume now the branch manager in Kampala is going to enter a certain customer. So when we try to see here, we try to open here the customer and we see the customer center. You will see that we are only seeing one customer on this side of Fort Portal. Then also in the side of Kampala here, we are also seeing the same customer. So because they have not yet added any customer, so let us assume now this one on the side of Kampala is going to add now a customer. So we are going to create a new customer here. Come on, new customer job, new customer, you enter the name of the customer. Let us call her Rose. rows. Then you enter all these details, but for our case we shall just leave it like that. We come and save our customer, click OK here. So this is our customer already saved. So this is our customer already saved rows. So when we come here and click on the customer center, so as it opens, you will see already this side it has also reflected rows. So let us assume also this side will also add there another customer, and we call that customer John. So we have to first close this side, the customer account from this side, the customer center this side we can first close. So we come here and enter our customer name, who is John, and then after we are on this side of photo. So we are going to save our customer. You click OK here. So we have already saved John, this side of customer of photo. So we are coming to check now on the side of Kampala if that customer has been reflected. So when you come on the Kampala side, you come on customer center, then you will see also John has been reflected there. Let us assume we are going to make a certain transaction. Let us assume we are entering some items. We come in a list, then item list. As per now, we only have there one item list, which is now the sales tax. When you also come and see this side, on the item list, we also have one item. So on the side of photo, we are going to create one item from here. We come to new. When you are creating an item, so for those who never attended these classes on how to create a customer, how to create item, all these things we handled them in our previous sessions. So if you did not watch them, you can go and check on those videos on our YouTube channel, then you will see them. So here we are passing through very fast. So we are going to create a new item here. Let us assume it is an inventory part. We can call this item rice. We can call it rice. We can say it is rice. It is cost price. We can say a kilogram is at 6,000, and then the sales price is 7,000. Then we can come down here. We enter the income account. We can call it rice sales, the income account of an item. And then after, if there are other details, you can as well enter them. For example, if there is opening balance, you come and enter it down here. But for our case, we shall just leave it. The date also enter it, but we shall just leave that one. So we click OK here. We set the income account. The income account, you come and save it, then you also save our item. So you'll see our item having come or having been placed here in the item list table. So this is the side of photo. We have entered this item on the side of photo. So we are going to check now on the branch of Kampala if we have also seen that item. So we come in list, then item list. So you'll see already our rice item having been placed there. So that's how you can use the remote server to make sure you work on the go from anywhere you are. So even if you are 2 or 3 users, you can use that same remote desktop machine, and you can be able to share resources. It may not only be QuickBooks. For example, as per now we have used QuickBooks as the system of example, but you can use other systems that you always work on in your company. Let us assume your company is having maybe a customized system that you always use to enter your transaction or to monitor your records, so you can as well use that system on this remote desktop, and you can access it from anywhere you are. So mostly these companies which are having many branches, now this is the right option to opt for, so that all your records are kept in one place and you can access them from anywhere you are. So we are always helping people on how to host and make this remote desktop, and actually the monthly subscription is very affordable. You can try and check it. And for the case of the servers we always use, they are for those prominent companies, because we always use servers for Microsoft and servers for Google. So the issue of server failure, that one you cannot experience it, so because we trust these servers. So for those one who want to know more about this thing, or maybe you want to also create or subscribe for a remote desktop, then you can contact us on our telephone numbers you are seeing on the screen, or our email, you are also seeing it on the screen there, or you can also leave a comment below on this very video.